Welcome to the Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding Podcast.
A simple warning. We know many of you are planning a wedding right now. We may be tempted to drop an F-bomb or other descriptive words. Keep this in mind if you have small children in the room or are on a Zoom call. You've been warned.
The Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding Podcast.
Let's be honest, planning a wedding is tricky. And at Be Engaged and Inspired, we'll share our knowledge to help you navigate these tricky waters and leaving you feeling inspired.
The Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding Podcast is sponsored by Easyeventplanning.com. They make planning any event fast and easy. Easyeventplanning.com. And now your hosts, Kia and DJ Sam.
Welcome to the Be Engaged and Inspired the Wedding Podcast, recording live from the Meadowbrook Estates recording studios. I'm in the comfy couch, and my trusty assistant and co-host is on the high chair.
I am on the high chair. I'm Kia from Engage, Connecticut, and we're here again like we are every single Wednesday, Sam. Every single Wednesday, I have to spend time with you.
Yeah, let's move along really swiftly.
Yeah, let's do it.
Inspirational quote.
And then I'll ruin it.
We do one inspiration and then one from the 1920s.
1913 of Wives' Don'ts.
So your inspirational quote of today is, "She's talking to me with her voice down so low. I barely hear her, but I know what she's saying. I understand, because my heart and hers are the same. And in January, we're getting married."
Whew.
You know who said that? That's from a song.
What song?
The Yvette Brothers.
Oh, that helped me pick which quote I was going to share. From the 1913 Why Don't List for Wives, basically. I've been sharing these because you're so inspirational, and I'm the reason for all of this stuff. It is, don't forget the mountain and the molehill. Don't insist that your molehill is a mountain if you suspect your husband of flirting. There is no certain way of making it into one. Your husband is only human, and if he is to be hanged, he would rather be hanged for a sheep than a lamb.
Oh, my God.
So you take that as you want. And now I feel like we have to just move right along because
You should do hashtag Me Too or something.
Not even Me Too.
Because that's awful.
That's an awful one. And this is on page pretty close.
And once again, this is a book that a just married person
was given in the 1913s.
Yes. Thank God we're not there.
Sometimes I feel like we might still be there. Anyways, so it's Wednesday. We have a Wedding Tip Wednesday, Sam?
Wedding Tip Wednesday is available on the Be Engaged and Inspired Facebook group page. Go there right now. It's free.
Wedding Tip Wednesday is brought to you by Emerge Cosmetics. Are you ready to emerge? A new line of luxurious lipsticks and lip glosses created with the intention of empowerment and coming into who you truly are. Strong, beautiful, and confident. Use the Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding Podcast coupon code EBI10 at shopemergecosmetics.com for an instant 10% discount. That's coupon code EBI10 for 10% discount at shopemergecosmetics.com. Emerge as the true you.
Hey, Sam, when it comes to finding the right professional vendor, it can seem overwhelming to know where to start.
It can, Kia, unless you use Easyeventplanning.com, because they'll find perfect vendors for your event within your budget and deliver them right to your inbox. You can search through over 28 categories of party and wedding services. Get the details you need to narrow down your choices quickly with their category-specific profiles. Chat with vendors via text, audio, or video from any device.
Easyeventplanning.com will make planning your wedding or event easy, from their extensive vendor directory to their free tips on favors, decorations, themes, and more. Contact them today at easyeventplanning.com.
Help us out. Make a donation now to help support this podcast. Please go to our anchor.fm profile, click Support This Podcast at the top of the page, or use the link in the show notes of this episode, or go to the Atmosphere Productions business profile on Venmo. Thank you for making a donation and helping support this podcast.
You're listening to the Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding Podcast.
Now syndicated on the Wedding Talk channel on YouShook.com radio network, America's radio station.
Today's Wedding Tip Wednesday is never, and I'll say it again, never take a group or family picture during the dancing portion of the wedding reception. Fewer guests will be dancing and having fun if they're watching you or involved in taking pictures. Honestly, these pictures don't just take a few minutes. Concur?
They do not take a few minutes. It's like herding cats. They're just not going to happen.
It is. It's terrible. So get all your pictures done before the dancing portion. So that means you can eat and you can take pictures then. You can do the cake cutting. You can take pictures then. But once the fun dancing starts, please, no group or family pictures on the center of the dance floor for any reason.
No, and plus your photographer should be good. If you guys are all dancing in a group and you want to sort of huddle for a photo, awesome, great. But do not make the announcement that I need everybody from the class of 1987
yes.
who was in the sorority crew club, who also drama team, please to come out on the dance floor. No,
not going to happen.
Okay.
Today's Wedding Tip Wednesday is brought to you by good folks over at Emerge Cosmetics. Don't forget to use the Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding Podcast coupon code EBI10 at shopemergecosmetics.com for an instant 10% discount on their lipsticks and lip gloss. That's coupon code EBI10 from Shop Emerge Cosmetics. 10% discount. Emerge as the true you.
Welcome to Wedding True Stories, brought to you by Kia and DJ Sam.
WTS.
Okay, so this is technically going to be 2 true wedding stories because it happened at the same wedding.
Oh, we got a twofer.
A twofer. So my couple got married. They had been together for many, many years. So basically, like, the running joke throughout the entire wedding was, like, they'd been together longer than some of the people who'd been married at the facility before they got married.
Yes.
So it was a little weird contention type of thing. The groom, instead of having the bride smash his cake into his face, when she was getting ready to feed him, he just face planted his own face into the full cake.
Could you repeat that again, please?
So she was moving forward with the fork, and he was jokingly weaving and bobbing, if you're working out type of thing. And then he just turned and put his face fully into their 4-tiered cake.
Could you repeat that again, please?
I don't want to.
That's awful.
It was very awful. And she worked for a restaurant. So the restaurant was basically all of the guests were people who work for the restaurant. Oh. They were the caterers. They were everything. And his brother, as the night was coming to an end, he was a very large person. He was double me. I'm not a tall human, but he was, I know that he probably wasn't 10 feet, but he felt like he was 10 feet.
Paul Bunyan.
Yeah. So we've called last call. Because I've never seen so much alcohol consumed unless you're on a plane with a whole bunch of Estonians or Irishmen.
I've been on planes like that too.
He's standing there and he is getting upset because their own bartenders, these people all work together, are not moving fast enough. And he tries to go behind the bar, and this very cute little bartender says, please don't. And he's getting very aggressive, so I had to step in. And I said that if you ruin this, I have to close the bar right now, and none of you will get your last drink. Mm-hmm. I kid you not, it took 6 people. Because
he was that big.
He was that big. Yep. And he'd been drinking all day to hop on him saying, no, don't judge us on him. Literally, that's all they kept saying. He's not with us. He's right. Wedding party. They literally shoved him into a large closet at this facility just so they could get their last call. Cake in the face. The brother in the closet.
Let me ask you: did they have a sheet cake or something, or were they going to cut up that cake and eat it?
Yes.
Oh no!
So they cut of course very delicately the tiniest piece, and he fed his wife to be the tiniest, most delicate thing because she said, "Please don't smush it in my face." Oh. And then she was gonna probably dot his nose or something, and he just. And it was buttercream, so it was greasy. He was shining for the rest of the evening.
And we wonder why we have COVID.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hell of a story. Join us again next time for another Wedding True Story.
Welcome to Wedding True Stories, brought to you by Kia and DJ Sam.
WTS.
On this date...
Okay, I've got a good one for you. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, I had a event that I was doing. It's way in the woods up in venue in the northern corner of Connecticut. I thought I was doing a fantastic job. This guy came over to me and he said, "Wow, You're doing a fantastic job. And here I am.
This is supposed to be a true story, Sam.
This is a true story, but I have to build myself up a little bit. I thought he was going to say, wow, you've got a great voice. You know, you did the introductions well. You're organizing and everything very well. And he said to me, you know, the wedding I was at last week, the DJ was really bad. So you're fantastic. I said, well, why? He said, well, the father of the father of the bride had to go and remove the DJ because he was that bad.
What was he doing?
He was kissing his girlfriend the entire night. Songs were running out, and there was dead air.
Oh, my God.
That's an honest-to-God true story. I thought the guy was coming over to compliment me because I was doing something good. I was just doing what I was normally doing, but this guy was so bad that the dad had to physically remove him because he was spending his time kissing. Well, we're assuming it's his girlfriend. From the way the story was told, it was just a woman that was there with him that he was all over. Let me just.
That's a horrible first date.
That's
just a bad date. Like, hey, come to somebody else's wedding and we'll just make out in front of everybody.
That's what they were doing.
That is a red flag.
Well, that's a hell of a story. Join us again next time for another Wedding True Story.
Welcome to Wedding True Stories, brought to you by Kia and DJ Sam.
WTS.
On this date,
I have video proof of this true story.
Oh, is it on YouTube?
No, you might have to go like 3 phones down. So you have to hunt my children down and take the phones from them because every time I upgrade them or upgrade me, they get my old phones.
All right, so you're going to make sure you save this video then.
It's somewhere.
Okay.
I watched... So this has happened to me actually twice. I've been at the beautiful mansion, which is down in Harkness.
Love that place.
And I was getting text messages from guests because the bride had shared my information for a whole bunch of different reasons. Typically, I do not say, please share my phone number with all of your 150 guests. But there was a reason. And their big, huge shuttle bus hit a parked car.
In the parking lot?
Oh, no. Just like it hit a parked car while driving to the venue. Oh. But the video that I have, we were at the shore at a yacht club. And I'm literally stopped because I can't go anywhere. And I'm watching a gigantic bus back into a telephone pole 3 or 4 times, realizing all of a sudden that is actually all of my guests coming.
Oh, and you're at another event.
Well, no, I was on my way back to the reception spot. All of my staff was at the reception spot saying, the bus isn't here, the bus isn't here. So I sent them a video saying, well, this is why your bus isn't here. Because he couldn't fit, and then he couldn't turn around. And he hit the telephone pole like 6 times. I got out of my vehicle. The angry person slapped his arms around a little bit and then just took off down the street and then ended up in the same place that I did in the parking lot.
And then you get out and you point your finger at him, right?
Well, no, I just showed him my phone. I smiled. I laughed, but our guest arrived.
That's a good one.
Well, that's a hell of a story. Join us again next time for another Wedding True Story.
Each week, the Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding podcast posts a new episode sharing wedding tips, knowledge, and speaking with wedding experts, all as a chance to help you navigate your way through planning your own wedding. Have a topic you want us to cover? Want to send us a message? Email us at engagedct@gmail.com, go to the Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding Podcast Facebook group page, or on anchor.fm and select message. Your message will be recorded and may be aired on a future episode.
The Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding podcast will be right back.
Emerge Cosmetics. Are you ready to emerge?
I bought this lipstick after my wedding trial with Lauren and instantly fell in love with it. It is smooth and creamy and the color is beautiful.
This is Lauren Simpson from Emerge Cosmetics, a professional makeup artist with over a decade of experience in the beauty industry. That's the reaction we're getting from our new line of carefully curated lip products that wear well and feel comfortable. These are a must-have for your collection. All products are made in the USA, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and most are vegan. Shop emergecosmetics.com for lipsticks and lip glosses that not only feel great, but last for hours in an array of different colors. Free shipping on orders over $100. Use the Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding Podcast coupon code EBI10 at shopemergecosmetics.com for an instant 10% discount. That's coupon code EBI10 for 10% discount at shopemergecosmetics.com. Emerge as the true you.
Dollar Tree is the nation's #1 destination for value shopping. All of their stores are well lit and crammed with all kinds of hidden treasures. Dollar Tree offers a plethora of merchandise that includes many national and regionally trusted brands. It doesn't matter if you're looking for housewares, dinnerware, candy, snacks, stationery, or holiday needs. You're going to find it at Dollar Tree. You can shop at your hometown store or shop online for exclusive offers, manufacturer closeouts, watch videos, and join their Value Seekers Club. On top of all that, you can have your order shipped for free directly to your local store. To visit DollarTree.com, click on the link in the show notes to let them know we sent you. Doing so helps keep our podcast going. Dollar Tree.
Let Here to the Moon Travel be your go-to specialist to avoid the headaches and stress of planning your trip. Hi, this is Michelle from Here to the Moon Travel. You can find us at heretothemoontravel.com. Travel and customer service is my passion, and having a one-on-one relationship is something that a virtual site really cannot provide. We are your personal booking resource for all your travel needs. We can assist with anything from your honeymoon, destination wedding, luxury travel, group, family, or corporate travel, and so much more. heretothemoontravel.com.
Honey Fund, the world's #1 wedding registry. Honey Fund helps real couples realize their wedding and honeymoon dreams. Honey Fund's #1 online wedding gift registry makes it easy to give and receive the perfect wedding gift, one that reflects the couple's unique style and makes giving fun for the wedding guest. As the world's most popular crowdfunding site for weddings, honeymoons, and more, Honey Fund has helped hundreds of thousands of couples make their wedding dreams come true with an easy-to-use funding platform. Honey Fund, a gift card wedding registry that's as flexible as cash. Use the Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding podcast link in the show notes or visit atmosphere-productions.com. Select the podcast link and click on the Honey Fund banner. That's atmosphere-productions.com. Select the podcast link and click on the Honey Fund banner.
Hey, Aaron Miller here from Aaron Miller Photography.
I'm Michelle from Destination Weddings Unlimited.
This is Marty Q.
I'm Donna from Creative Cakes by Donna, and I listen every week.
You should tell an engaged friend.
And I always listen to DJ Sam and Kia
on the Be Engaged and Inspired podcast. Jeff Ladd here from Tire Biter and Jeff Ladd DJ Plus.
This is Christina Wesley from La Femme Boudoir Photography.
Tell an engaged friend or somebody planning an event.
I'm Lauren Simpson from LA Page Makeup, and I listen every week for the great tips and suggestions.
You should tell an engaged friend.
Every single Wednesday. And you know what? It's free.
Free on iTunes and Google Podcasts. I suggest you listen too.
You should listen too.
Engage CT offers couples the opportunity to work with experienced wedding planners, one-of-a-kind wedding venues, along with design and wedding rentals. We plan real weddings for real couples. Located in West Hartford, serving all New England, look us up on Facebook and Instagram under Engage CT and www.engagect.com.
Atmosphere Productions, professional disc jockeys.
Live musicians, custom lighting and photo booth.
When your wedding entertainment has to have amazing music, be fun, organized, and unforgettable, your choice has to be Atmosphere Production. Experience the difference. www.atmosphere-productions.com. That's www.atmosphere-productions.com.
DJs, live musicians, custom lighting and photo booth.
Atmosphere Productions, professional disc jockeys.
Meadowbrook Estates and Mansion is located in Marlborough, Connecticut, perfectly situated between New York City and Boston. Our one-of-a-kind 10,500 square foot venue offers lodging for up to 30 guests and a stunning ballroom for intimate weddings. Looking to host a larger event? We have a gorgeous outside setting right next to our heated pool and small rambling brook. Contact us at Engage Connecticut for more details.
Everyone is talking about the DJ Pauly Show on YouShook.com.
Hi everyone, this is Keith Urban, and you're listening to the #1 DJ on the planet, DJ Pauly.
What's going on, everybody? This is Charles,
Hillary,
and Dave, and we are
Lady Antebellum.
And you're listening to the #1 DJ on the internet. It's DJ Pauly, y'all.
Hey, y'all, I'm Kelsey Ballerini, and you're listening to the #1 DJ on the internet. It's DJ Pauly, y'all.
The DJ Pauly Show on YouShook.com. We dare to be different. Join us and see for yourselves.
This is Christina Wesley from La Femme Boudoir Photography, lfboudoir.com. Boudoir photography that is bold and soft, exciting and subtle, adventurous and modest. lfboudoir.com. We can customize and make your boudoir portrait experience unique and true to you. Call me, Christina Wesley from La Femme Boudoir Photography, 860-251-9010, or visit my website, lfboudoir.com. That's lfboudoir.com.
Join us next week, Sam, because we're going to be discussing wedding responsibilities.
And this time we're discussing the best man, the best person, the best woman. It's all next week on the Be Engaged and Inspired, the Wedding Podcast.
Now back to the Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding Podcast, sponsored by Easyeventplanning.com. They make planning any event fast and easy. Easyeventplanning.com. With your hosts, Kia and DJ Sam.
Welcome back to Be Engaged and Inspired, the Wedding Podcast. DJ Sam from Atmosphere Productions and Kia here. This is part 2, so...
Yeah, we're going to discuss your favorite thing, wedding forums.
So you always get me with these, you know that.
I think because, honestly, I think it sort of demonstrates where people's mindsets are. And sometimes I think it's good for us as vendors to sort of, I don't know, engaged in the world.
We'll check ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. So this person has downloaded music, or no, would like their DJ to download music because of their cultural music, and their DJ is saying no.
What the circumstances, though? Is the music available to the DJ?
They sent a YouTube link.
Oh, now I understand. Okay, there's something that people must understand, that the music that you see on the internet is not free.
No, absolutely not.
It's not there for you to just Google your favorite song and then copy and paste and download it, or go to iTunes or Spotify and then just download that onto your computer and say, whoop, yippee, I'm going to go off and play this in my headphones. The musicians and the writers of those songs need to be compensated. They are copyrighted music, and they need to get paid, just like you are when you go to do your work. You wouldn't expect somebody else to copy what you're doing and claim it as their own. It's the same with the music. DJs get their music legally from the record companies or companies that are subsidiaries to that. One of the big ones is Promo Only. Another one is Top Hits. You subscribe to this service, and the service will send you once a month, once a day, whenever the frequency is, music that you can use at your weddings.
You mean I can't just go make a cassette tape and play it and do whatever I'd like to do?
You certainly can do it, but the legal ramifications are substantial.
That's what I figured.
That's why most professional DJs use these services, because now you can go to a wedding and you can play it. Weddings are private functions, so you're not doing a public performance. When you used to have records, I don't know if you remember this, Kia.
Yeah, they're the circular things.
The circular things. You could read on the inside of the thing that it said, no unauthorized public performances of this record. Well, it's the same with an MP3. It doesn't say that on there, but you remember the little button that you clicked when you signed up for the service that said, read
that
this.
Accept all, yeah.
Yeah, that you said. One of those conditions was that you're not going to download the song and then play it at the public place. So that's why DJs are not allowed to go to Apple Music or Spotify and just steal the music from there. There are some legal workarounds that you can sign up for services that allow you to play it from Spotify, but literally none of those say that you can use them in a public performance.
Yep.
So if you work in a nightclub or you're playing at a street event or something like that, you wouldn't be able to play.
And you'd be punished if somebody caught you.
Yeah, I think the last time was $1,000 per infringement. Now, an infringement means per song.
Yeah.
So if you have 20,000 illegal downloads on your computer,
that's a lot.
That's a lot of money. So for this couple, I know it may be cultural that they have the ability to just play songs off YouTube, but for the DJ to go to YouTube, download it, and put it onto his computer, it is actually illegal. So you would have to, and this is where I have to do the fake air quotes. you have to provide the music to the DJ. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to do that because you're a consumer. But as long as I get it, I'll play it on the day of your wedding reception. And then legally, I would have to delete it from my computer. And if you give it to me on a CD.
Burn the entire facility down.
No. Just delete it from my computer and destroy the CD. That way, it's not on my computer. It's your copy. You gave it to me to play at your wedding, literally.
Okay. That works for me. So this person says, need a photographer for only 3 hours.
Oh.
What do you think that means?
That means they're trying to cut some corners and trying to get a cheap photographer who's just going to do the priorities. But when they get there on the day, they're going to say, well, we would like you to stay and do some more pictures. Is that what's going to happen?
Probably.
Yeah.
Or they're going to be disappointed when they get their photos back saying, well, why did you miss this? Or why did you miss that? And
Yeah, because if you pay professionals what they're worth, you will get the service that you deserve.
Yeah.
I know it sounds corny, we keep saying that, but professional photographers know, for instance, what shots are supposed to be taken.
Exactly.
And you can't do it in 2 hours.
And also, I love it when people say, like, videographers, like, I just want the little, like, preview of the entire day.
The 30-minute one. We just want that.
No, usually it's like 3 or 4 minutes. So I don't want to pay for the entire day, but you have to have it.
It's just a little clip that you want, right? But
So this person says, I'm getting married August 2022. I have yet to see anything about my food tasting. How do I get that scheduled right now?
Call the venue. Why are you posting on a forum to ask that?
I understand. This is how Sam gets a little agitated. But here's the other thing. August of 2022. You don't know what those services are going to be. You don't know if they're going to be having what type of menu at that point in time. This is one of these things where you can let your venue know, like, hey, I am interested in having a tasting, but I'd like it to be, I don't know, like closer, a little bit more seasonal, something.
Why on earth are they planning so far out to taste food?
Well, because they probably want to start making the decision about doing invitations and things like that.
But the thing is,
you can leave
the chef may quit between now and then. You have a totally different menu.
Mm-hmm. This is why I read it to you.
That's why you go to these forums and you dig up these questions.
Just to aggravate you.
Just to aggravate the crap out of me.
Okay, so I have one more for you. And then I'll let you go back home.
Can I go back to my pumpkin spice?
You can. Grab it right now. You're good. Okay. Recommendations for printing out sign. A lot of Etsy designers have PDF downloads only. And you have to print it yourself. So what are you using for good quality, decent pricing printing locations?
Have somebody professional print it.
You can. I don't think that there's something wrong with it. But you also have to realize, like, what's that size of PDF? Like, I could download a PDF right now and take it to my own printer and nothing would freaking happen whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think one of the best things is if you're working with a shop and you're seeing that there's lots of reviews where somebody has said, we had a great experience, they made these things, we downloaded them, we took them to Staples, we took them to FedEx, Kinko's, whatever.
Definitely do that person.
But don't assume that whatever you're getting as the PDF can just be blown up to a certain size or done whatever.
No.
Okay.
Don't disappear from that one so quickly.
Okay.
What did they see on Etsy? They sold these signs.
Signs. I'm sure they say things like,
this way to the bathroom.
That type of stuff. Yeah. Cards, welcome, unplugged ceremony. You might have a bar sign with like your signature drinks on it. You could have ones that say like, this is vodka, trust me, you can dance, things like that. Right. Yeah. Cutesy signs. But you can also go into Marketplace and just see who's selling.
Like I think you have one of these, the mirror that you write on there. I think that's a great idea.
And you can order the vinyl just to go on that.
Oh, now that's a great idea.
So
why don't you write back to her and suggest...
No, Sam. This is why we do a podcast.
That's right.
We do all the other things. I no longer will be taking the time to write that. You can just come listen to us since we're here every single Wednesday.
Yeah, and we probably give you a lot better advice than on the forum.
Well, not necessarily instantaneous advice, but a lot more thought-through advice.
Yeah, speaking of that, we should do an episode and tell all of the episodes that we've been through and how to get to them, because I'm sure our listeners are not aware that they can go back and listen to any podcast. So if, for instance, you're having a question on pets at a wedding, we have a podcast on that.
We 100% can answer those things. And you can go back, because wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, you can also download us. You can subscribe. You'll get our podcast first, and you can always go back and listen to us. And here's Ruby to discuss our sponsors.
Thanks to our sponsors, Easyeventplanning.com, Meadowbrook Estate, Emerge Cosmetics, Here to the Moon Travel, Destination Weddings Unlimited, Dollar Tree, Honey Fund, and the official new bride name change kit.
Now syndicated on the Wedding Talk channel on YouShook.com radio network, America's radio station.
Hey, Sam, we'll be back next Wednesday, right?
Hopefully I will be. I'm going to have my coffee now. See ya.
The Be Engaged and Inspired Wedding podcast is sponsored by Easyeventplanning.com. They make planning any event fast and easy. Easyeventplanning.com. This podcast is produced and copyright by Atmosphere Productions in association with Engaged Connecticut.